woke up this morning with a sore, scratchy throat, a headache. Definitely feel like I'm coming down with something, but the big question is this a cold or is this COVID? Over here, the babies are just chilling and hanging out. I definitely noticed it in Roo last night. He sounded really stuffy, didn't you, Roo? And we're about to take them into the after hours just to get checked over. You're happy, baby, but I'm just, wanting to have a professional look over them and make sure that they're doing okay. Revy's having a little sleep there. She's also a bit stuffy and congested, so actually lying upwards like this I think is really nice for them. We did put their bassinets on like a bit of a lean. We put some books under one end of it so that they're not just completely flat on their back. So hopefully that helps them to breathe a bit easier as well. But oh, poor little man, poor little Gawley. My parents were super kind and went out and did our groceries for us, so we don't have to do any groceries today. But the other thing that they picked up for us is some rapid antigen tests, or RATs. I've not done one of these before. I've done the PCR one where they stick it right up your nose, and that was not pleasant at all. So we'll see, I guess, what the situation is. How are you feeling today?
Sore throat, headache.
Classic.
Classic, yeah.
You just don't know when you've got those symptoms if it's a cold or if it's COVID, so, okay. Dave's gonna test with me at the same time, we'll see what we go.
Oh, yeah.
This is the box that you get, that we got at least. It's like a full-on box that has in it all the tests, which is really handy because now we can like see if we get better each day or if we get worse and we need to keep testing. Oh. And so then you place the swab into the extraction vial, this thing here. It swirls around. That'd be great. While our tests are marinating, I'm just gonna pack up the nappy bag super quickly. So we're taking with us some formula. This is a formula dispenser we got recently just from the warehouse. Super cheap, but you just put formula into different container thingies, separators within the one container. Then you can twist it, add it into a bottle. The reason why I'm making sure that we're taking food, number one, always travel with food when you have young babies or a baby, because you don't know how long you're gonna be out for, and even if you're breastfeeding like me, I don't know, I just like to have the backup of formula because sometimes I'm not always super comfortable to feed in different scenarios. Like there was one time when I was feeding in the car and there was an older gentleman who decided to stand right next to the car watering his lawn where we were parked, and it felt pretty uncomfortable. So anyway, things like that can happen, which I don't know, it's nice to have the formula in bottles as like a backup option. So I'm packing bottles because we're taking the babies to the after hours, and the wait time at the after hours is notoriously long. Hey Dave.
Yep.
Like I'm hoping it's like within an hour. Do you reckon that's a bit optimistic?
Hopefully, that'd be nice.
We'll see. So anyway, 2 bottles. Oh, Roo, so. And making sure also in our nappy bag we've got the classics, we've got nappies, we've got wipes, we've got a change of clothes for each baby, we've got burping cloths, just that kind of thing really. Kind of basic. And I think we'll probably give you a feed, before we go. Just a little, little feed. And then hit the road. This always happens. It takes us ages to get out of the house because you gotta feed and change the babies before you go. Hey, Ruby, yeah. Results are done. Both negative. I can't even see faint positives at this stage, so hoping we just have colds. The second baby's woken up. Oh, this little man is not happy at all. Dave's gonna feed her. I'm gonna keep working on this guy, and then we're gonna get them in the car, get in line to the after hours. Spend the afternoon there. What a beautiful day to wait at the after hours, hey?
Absolutely. Got a little man there.
A little man. So we've been seen outside and now we are inside waiting just to have the babies checked over. Double check everything. It's much nicer inside, way less cold, eh?
Little waiting room situation. Little isolation room.
Yeah.
And then here's a little
How's Ruby doing?
cheeky monkey.
Cheeky monkey number one, cheeky
Yeah,
monkey number two
number
over
two.
here. We've got baby number one. We've got baby number two over here. Ruby's having a little sleep, bless her. Update.
They've been seen. Observational markers all seem okay, but we're going to be seen by the peds nurse just to have a look over and see that everything is all good.
One of the reasons why we decided to come in was because I was just worried because I thought I saw what looked like a bit of a rash on Rue's tummy. They've looked at it and it definitely looks like a little rashy, but they're not, well, at least in the first observation, they're not super worried about it, so that's good. Whenever you come in to see a doctor, I was just saying to Dave, and like everything's fine, you sometimes feel like you've been dramatic by coming in for an appointment, but I definitely feel reassured that someone's looked over them, and yeah, so far you've been given the all clear, but hopefully the peds nurse is happy, yeah, and then we go home. We made it out.
Yay!
I think that's like 3 hours later, legitimately 3 hours later.
Yeah.
And we dropped all the passies, so we've got no passies for the babies. The good news is that they think, well, it's not good news, is it? They think that they're viral, so it's a viral thing, so nothing like concerning that they need to go to hospital or anything, which is fantastic. That would be worst case scenario. Also, we made ourselves hot drinks before we left the house. Left them in the car.
Still hot?
Still hot.
Mine's actually still too hot to drink.
I know, these Yeti mugs are legitimately like so good if you're looking for a way to keep your drinks hot. So we're heading home. We haven't had lunch and we're both starving. It also sounds like the babies are starving too, so. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's day 2. Give us an update.
Well, we're all sick.
We are all not feeling our best. Except this guy. No, he's sick too. You're still sick, aren't you, Ruby? Oh, yeah. You're feeling a bit worse today, you were saying?
Yep.
Yeah. But you did a test this morning?
Still negative.
Still negative. You sound so much sicker today. Revy, Gil is having a nap. We can tell the babies are not themselves because they are not normally this sleepy. They don't normally sleep during the day, do they? Okay, I'm gonna give Rue a bottle. This is the state of me today. I mean, I don't look any different than I normally do. I normally look this horrific in the morning, but I'm gonna do my test for today and see what the results are. Last night when we came home from the medical center, I did another test because they said that the most accurate results are actually done if you test the back of your throat. And I'm also gonna do the back of my throat and my nose today. I'm just gonna double whammy it. Throat first, then nose. Yeah, so anyway, that was negative. And then last night Dave made us keto pizza and we had chicken no noodle soup. Both of those recipes on my recipe at Welle Club, which I have a link to in the description box below. We've got a 7-day free trial. Those keto recipes, but so comforting. Chicken soup is exactly what you want and you don't miss the noodles, the carbs from it. So anyway, that's what we had. And then we had big long sleeps. Rue and Revy slept so long. Revy's longest sleep ever. She slept through until 6:30 a.m. I woke up when I heard Rue crying and I was like thinking it was like gonna be 3 in the morning. 5:30. Anyway. You really get the gag reflex. Day 2 test. Okay, now we wait. That's Dave's one from this morning. Still negative. And we'll see what my one says in 15 minutes. That's probably the most disgusting thing I've actually done. But it is called a nose feeder. On one end, there is this sort of filter thing. So you put the sucker extraction on their side, and it goes into their nose, but it can't get into the tube, so it can't get into your mouth because it's got this filter on. And then this side is the tube that you use to like literally suction it out. You're literally sucking out snot from their nose, which, you know, it's the best way, isn't it?
It's a good thing.
You can like hear the difference in their breathing from being like all congested, and if they're really congested, they struggle. Our babies were struggling to like feed easily because it was like they breathe and feed and suck and everything using their nose. Yesterday at the medical center, we found out that babies can breathe through their mouth, like if they need to, but their go-to is to do it through their nose. So clearing their nose really helps them. But Dave just said he didn't mind. You don't mind doing it?
I don't mind the nose frida.
The nose frida.
No.
The other thing that we used, I did on Rue just before I did the nose frida, well, I did this like a few minutes before, is a saline spray that's safe for babies. We got the all clear that we can use this as needed. So the saline spray goes in each nostril. We give it a couple minutes to allow it to try to like soften the mucus in their nose, and then we suction it out. The babies are just chilling, both of them. They're not normally like this chill, but I think we're just not feeling very good, are we? So we're just taking a minute. It's nice that they're chilling. And over here, I've got the test results that have come back. Both of them still negative, so doesn't look like we have COVID. Before I start on dinner, here's a look at some of the things I've already been making and I've made today. I made up a big batch of pumpkin soup. This is just for lunches during the week, and we're having that with salad wraps. You saw that earlier. And then over here are some toppings to go with our breakfast. I love to have a keto granola pot for breakfast with protein yogurt, and then adding on toppings just make them so good. This is a keto strawberry rhubarb compote, and then this is my passion butter curd. Both of these recipes are on Welle Club, my recipe app, and they're saved to my Instagram highlights. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you come over and check me out. I'm Elle_herself. I share my day-to-day adventures plus tons and tons of recipes. So come over and join in on the fun. I'm gonna get going, get dinner started. I'm so excited. Good morning. It's day 3. This is our 3rd day of testing.
Yep.
Dave's just done his test.
Yep. Still waiting on the results.
Still waiting on the results. I'm gonna do mine. Got my swab. Got my little thingy-mabobsy. Got the test. I feel much the same today. I feel like now that I'm up and moving, when I first woke up in bed, I was like, oh, don't feel great. But up and moving, feeling a bit better. How are you feeling, Davey?
Pretty average.
Average?
Pretty average, yeah.
Average. The babies are doing much better today as well, I think. We just cleared out their noses this morning and that helped lots. And they're just chilling out. Hi, Rev. Let's do it. Day 3 test. Apparently, this test is like the big one. Day 3. Dave's result is looking pretty negative. I can't even see a faint positive line. And here's mine on the way. So we'll see what this one says. Happy day 4 of being COVID free. We definitely had head colds. So we are heading out and about. We're still kind of state of ourselves though, and take the babies for a little walk, get some sunshine, enjoy. There's not a whole lot left of the day, but enjoy kind of what there is, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
Try to like brush out the last of the cobwebs from the sickness.
Oh, we might be a little while away from that.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to be optimistic. Dave put dinner on in the slow cooker. That is one super good hack if you're feeling sick and under the weather. If you can, like if you've already got slow cooker meals in the freezer, kudos to you, you're extra prepared. If you can't access pre-prepared meals, because if you have got COVID or the flu or a bad cold, sometimes just heating and eating a meal, if a family member or a friend makes something for you, oh my goodness, actual godsend, right?
Mm-hmm.
We lived off of pre-prepared meals when we came back from the hospital after having Revy and Roo, and there was nothing more helpful, hey?
Oh God, that was the best.
Like the best present you can give someone is like a pre-made meal that you make yourself or whatever. But yeah, Dave's put dinner on in the slow cooker. The slow cooker is another really good hack. Even if you just chuck in some cheap cuts of meat, some veggies, it makes a really good stew, which is what we're having for dinner tonight. Perfect comfort food when you're not feeling 100%, would you say?
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh my goodness! Our walk was like an actual fail, wasn't it?
Sometimes things just don't work out.
So we tried walking, but Roo just honestly like would not stop screaming at the top of his lungs, like screaming. Like
But
tires you out.
Sometimes the best walks are the 200-meter walks. You know.
Where you put everything together, put the pram together, transport the babies into their bassinets, and then you just...
5 minutes of pram assembly for a 30-second walk.
No, it doesn't take us 5 minutes to assemble the pram, but he's exaggerating. But yeah, that did not go as planned. Dave's gonna pop into this place right here, Double Deluxe. We love it so much. Hey, it's a fave.
Fan fave.
They
Easy keto.
have keto options, low carb options. If you want a keto or low carb option, go the salad. Got the goods. Yum, yum, yum. We're just picking up Charlie from kindy. My parents have had him for the past couple of nights because we didn't know how sick we were going to be, but turns out we were fine. Could have had him at our house the entire time, but was nice having him at my parents' house that they could take him for daily walks, and yeah, we were kind of just like hunkering down at home. So Dave's run into the kindy to grab them, and I'm gonna tuck into this. This is so good. I find that now that I'm postpartum and breastfeeding, when I get hungry, I get starving. Like I could feel like I could throw up. I get that kind of hungry. If I don't eat, which is why it's so important that I eat. Look who it is! What's up, buddy? We're home. We're parked in the garage. Babies are still sleeping. Charlie's outside. We just don't want to wake them just yet.
Just a little peace and quiet.
It's nice peace and quiet. Listening to baby Mozart.
Absolute banger.
Okay, you go first. It's sometime later now. Tonight has been a blur after baths, put Revy and Roo down. Dave's out playing golf, or he's at the driving range, so I'm at home with the babies, which is totally fine. Revy's asleep. She's all good, but this guy has just been so unsettled. At 3 months, apparently they're going through a growth spurt, so I think he's going through a growth spurt. So I've got him on me finally, calm, chilling. I think he's asleep. He might not be, I don't know. I love this wrap, by the way. This is the Ergo Baby, and it's a soft wrap. It's kind of like a option if you don't want to wrap the actual baby wear is around you. This one's like a structured but soft one. Anyway, it's great while the baby's a little. Dave's gonna come home, so we'll have dinner together. The stew is on its way in the slow cooker, which is so exciting. Let's have a little look. Oh, looks so good. I'm gonna take it out and thicken it up because it's all cooked through. And I also want to tidy up the kitchen. You know, just clutter life basically that I hate. Officially day 5 now of testing negative, so we can feel pretty confident that we didn't have anything, although the babies are still not feeling themselves at all today. Thankfully, they're both napping at the moment, which is really, really good. I'm not feeling 100% today either. It's so weird. I was feeling so much better yesterday, but then today, not feeling good. I think a lot of it's probably just down to not having good sleeps. I'm really trying while the babies are asleep just to do the usual catching up on everything. Some days I just get so sick of the house just being so cluttered, but with the 2 of them, especially today, I've been looking after them by myself because he's back at work, he's working from home. You know, not fully 100% to go back into the office, but looking after them by myself, some of the things you end up doing just to try to get by, you know, you'll just throw things, like not the babies, but you'll throw like a towel if they spill up on a towel, instead of getting that towel into a laundry hamper, you just throw it somewhere in the moment. Down here, this is actually a really good example. I was with Rue before and it ended up on the ground, and I put this towel here to remind myself that I need to bissel and like clean that. So that's exactly why I've come in here to do that. And also while I'm in here, I wanted to show you our other must-have for the babies while they are sick. I actually got this in my first trimester, I think it was, with my pregnancy, because I had pregnancy, is it rhinitis? Is that how you say it? It's when you are just completely clogged up in your nose, and because you're pregnant you can't have any decongestants. So I got this from Kmart. This is a dehumidifier, just a humidifier, I think. Yeah, humidifier, and it just sprays when you turn it on. Can you see it? I can see it in the mirror. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it here. Like, so it just kind of moisturizes the air. So if you are blocked up, it just helps make it a lot easier. The only negative is this is super, super bright at nighttime, like crazy bright. So I created this little piece of cardboard that I like stick over it to like make it like that so that I can't see the light at nighttime. But I really like it. It's super affordable. It does the job. So the babies have been having that on while they're sleeping. I can't believe we've survived the baby's first sickness at 3 months old. I know that there'll be many more bugs that they catch as they get older, but I'm glad that this first one's in the bag. We're through the worst of it. Now we're just getting back to 100%. I'm going to sign off this video here, start on the next one. Thank you so, so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. The support means the world to me. And if you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe because I upload new videos every single week, sharing my journey as a new mom, embracing a healthy, active lifestyle, all of the above. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.